Hello, and we are back with day 5, and what is potentially my favorite drawing so far. Now, initially I was not in love with this pose, with the sketch. I just overall was really not vibing with this drawing at all, but luckily for me, I was working on it during a live and decided to just keep pushing through. And I am so glad that I did because I actually really love the way that this one turned out. I knew that I wanted to do some braids because I don't draw braids often enough. They're super cute and I like drawing them, but for some reason I just never do. I'm also not really much of a purple person, to be honest. It's never really been like my favorite color. I like a good lilac or lavender, which is pretty prominent in this drawing, but for the most part I never find myself going for purples. But I am really glad that I went that direction with this drawing because I think it's just fun to do something different and I just like the way that it turned out. So like I mentioned earlier, I was working on this during a live and I'm glad that I was because as I was coloring it, I was feeling like it was kind of bland, it was missing something, and the thought to add tattoos did cross my mind, but I don't usually draw tattoos on my characters. Typically, whenever I try to draw tattoos, they just look busy and distracting. But this one just felt so unfinished, and a couple of people on the live did suggest adding tattoos, so I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll give it a try. I worked on them off of the live though, just because I wasn't sure if they were going to turn out or not, and it's not fun having a bunch of people watch you try to figure out the logistics of things. Overall, I think they actually turned out pretty cute, and I'm really glad that I added them. Just don't look too close at them, because then you'll see that I was really just fudging my way through. I just kind of drew whatever came to mind when I thought of like witchy little objects. So she's got a moth tattoo, there's like a bird skull, a ghost, I think, some other cute little things. Basically, I just kind of drew them in like a low opacity bluish gray color, and then I set the layer to multiply, and I feel like that kind of helped make them look more like ink on the skin, rather than just a drawing on top of a drawing, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm really happy with how they turned out, again, as long as you're not looking too close. And then I think what tied it all together in the end for me was the glow and the purple background. I think it just turned out really nice, and I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, that's all I have to say. So, bye!